Hi guys, how are you? It's been so long, I know, and I apologize. I apologize if anyone was worried. I have actually still been listening to other readers and occasionally commenting and seeing some of you guys on the chats. So I just haven't been making videos, and I know it's been so long. And it just started with getting a job, and I got very busy, and I sort of had to cut something out. And I think just post-COVID times, just getting busier in different ways. But I always thinking about doing another video, and I think, well, how do I come back on after all this time? So I hope you don't mind that I'm just coming back on. I have actually been doing a lot of readings for friends and even clients. So I definitely do want to start to offer readings to the channel. I'll be really excited to get that started, and I'll keep you posted on that when I'm going to start doing that. But I actually I guess I finally just am coming on today because I was with a friend last night. I was doing her cards, and then I decided, well, let's look at Donald Trump. Let's look at indictments for this week. And I found my cards to be so interesting that I actually saved them. I kept thinking like, oh my God, I want to show my channel. And just missing my channel a lot, which I do. And so I thought I would bring the cards over and show you what I got. So I sort of pulled them. I hope this shows up. I just kept thinking, what a reading. I gotta show my channel. And I also wanted to come on and sort of go over some of I remember when I first had stopped doing videos for a while and I thought about coming back on, I also felt one of the things I felt was that I had read on so many things, and I really it seemed like things were starting to happen, and I wanted to sort of watch things unravel. And I do want to go over some of those readings and seeing them sort of start, really starting to play out. And one of the things I had was a very big and profound dream about Trump, and that is definitely playing out. And I find that encouraging and promising. But first, let's just look at this reading. I first started out with, are there going to be Trump indictments this week? And I wasn't getting anything from the cards. It was just like I was shuffling and nothing was flying out. It just sort of kept going. And I just felt like there was a flatness to the answer for this week. And just to be specific, I pulled these cards on Sunday, June 4th. It has taken a couple days to get the video out. And so I changed the question. I'm like, I don't think it's this week. And I said, well, okay, let's just look at it. Show me the Trump indictments. And for some reason in my head, though, I do feel like it's maybe not this week, but the following week. Like I kind of get 2 weeks. And these two flew right out. So here we have a Knight of Swords and a Knight of Wands. The Knight of Swords is upright. The Knight of Wands is upside down. Someone's coming out strong right now. I'm feeling like this is Jack Smith. This Knight of Wands, it's like, I feel like this might be Fani Willis, okay? And then, yeah, so I realized they both came out because they're like, well, which indictments are you talking about, right? I'm just like, tell me about Trump indictments coming. So I feel like, and then this is over it. This Three of Pentacles is a plan, okay? So there's a strategy to it. And so I think that's what we've got. Someone's coming now. Someone's sort of on hold, that upside down, and this is the plan. At the top of the reading, we have the Death card, which of course is a very strong card to have at the top of the reading. It's a major arcana, and that's like, you're done. So I believe it's like a death blow. Yeah, there's a death blow coming. And sort of, it's funny, it's like looming over the top of the reading. I think it's also looming over Trump, and I think he's reacting. And at the base here, what's beneath the surface, this Five of Swords, it's the stealing. It's the stealing, like, you know, it's interesting because, of course, it's the stealing of the documents. And then, you know, the Fonnie Willis case is also about stealing. It's trying to steal the election, trying to steal votes. In the past here, we have this Page of Cups. This, I believe, are the drops that we're seeing in the media. Pages are messengers, and it's like it's a little bit of theater to get people prepared, to get people maybe even a little worked up. Like, you really can't go back and not indict a person after you're telling us all the crimes that are going on. So I think these are the media leaks. And then look what's coming here in the near future, Ten of Swords. I mean, this, look at all those swords in the back coming. And watching this back now in editing, it also occurs to me, I feel like there's going to be a lot of them. Like, for instance, it's not going to be one indictment. I don't know if it's going to be 10. That's a little on the nose. But 10 in tarot just means a lot, or all of them. It's the highest the tarot goes. So I think there's going to be probably a shock at how many indictments there actually are. Maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30. We'll see soon enough. This is like, you got a death blow and you've got like, boom, it's over for you. And there's a lot of like, it's over. I mean, death is it's over. 10 of Swords, it's over. So yeah, he's got a lot coming at him, and this is the near future, not even the final, like the longer outcome. So I do think things are on deck. And again here, Ace of Wands, another sign that things are, this is like a judgment. Like, I mean, the indictments are here, they're ready. I almost feel like I think Jack Smith is back in court again today with a grand jury. It's like he's looking for another judgment. Like, it's like he's got more, and he's like, and he's got it. He's got the ace, you know, the Ace of Wands. It's a sure sign that if he's looking for a judgment, he's getting it. This I find very interesting, Four of Swords. These two energies don't really go together, which is interesting because you have the one night's up and one night's down. And then these two energies also are curious, because the Four of Swords is a card of sleeping and putting the swords down, the swords being information. I am so haunted though by this, because I keep thinking this is basically, this woman is sort of resting in a tomb. It's like I keep going to like Ivanka's burial box, right? Her coffin. Does that mean they have a judgment to, I don't know, search the coffin, or they just know something's in there? I just cannot help but see that when I look at that Four of Swords. It also, yeah, it's like there's such a feeling in this that it's like it's hidden document. Like, there's still things that are missing. And so I think that, and I see that up here as well. I really think that, it's not so much like just that things were missing and now they have them back, but there's things still missing. I think he might have like a search warrant or something to possibly search that, which is so morbid. And it sounds so tabloidy as well. Like, can you imagine anybody knowing that that's happening and it being in the news? Like, oh, people would freak out. But I don't know, there's something to that. Because I don't think anyone's asleep on the job, that's for sure. Trump's certainly not asleep. And this very much can be like a burial place. And also just in general, where are the missing documents? Where are they buried? Where are they, whether it's buried in a coffin or buried somewhere, there's still things missing. This Ace of Cups, I think this is in hopes and fears. This is certainly our emotional state. A lot of people's emotional state is like, we are like overflowing. We are ready for this to happen. I also think the hope is that there's an overflow of evidence. And I think Trump's fear is that there's an overflow of evidence. So this is hopes and fears with that Ace of Cups. They're really afraid. What do you have? Is your cup overflowing with information? And and I also think it's interesting. I think they want to, part of these drops over here are to produce this feeling like we've got so much, like we are overflowing with evidence. And that creates fear with Trump and his cronies, anyone who was involved in any of the things he got up to with this scheme, which what I think is a scheme for entertainment purposes only. We will find out and see what the evidence has to show, but it's already looking pretty crystal clear in my opinion. But I find this very interesting. Final outcome, we have the Nine of Swords. I feel like what we're seeing in these cards, Nine of Swords being just terrible sleepless anxiety. I mean, you've got the 10 of Swords and 9 of Swords coming for Trump. It's like, those are some, and death. You've got some bad cards there coming for him. And all down here as like, would you steal? Would you steal? Would you take? I feel like we're going to have a woman judge. I feel like we're going to see a trial here. And like a long time ago, I felt like we were going to see some trial where he sits there and he doesn't really talk, but he sits there and like whispers to judges. And I think it might be televised. I just said he whispers to judges. What I meant to say is that he whispers to his lawyers. I really hope he doesn't whisper to judges. That would be a whole different story. So I hope that wasn't some kind of slip. No, I just see him whispering to his lawyers while we watch a trial. So this Eight of Pentacles would be, we're going to see the construction of defenses and all of that. I think that this is a woman judge. This is Trump's sleepless nights and anxiety. And then what we have, this I found very interesting, this Knight of Pentacles. This would be a financial gift, right? It's upside down over here, underneath basically the trial. So like the trial is about money. A gift. Where did this money come from? Where'd this money come from? It's upside down. It's corrupt. This would just be like, here's a gift of money. But it's upside down. Why did you? I think what we're going to see is just this huge, and I mean, this guy looks like, I think we might be looking at Saudi Arabia. I think we're probably looking at that big amount of money that dropped into Kushner's pocket. I think it was a couple billion. And for what? For Kushner to invest his money, like the prince's money for him, or Saudi Arabia's money. Kushner's doesn't even do that. He just does like failed real estate business or something. So it's a really unusual amount of money. And I'm sure that Kushner was used because it just didn't go into Trump's pocket, but I'm sure it did go into Trump's pocket somehow. That's this Knight of Pentacles. And they got that ruling, right? To look into his finances, the money coming in and out for him. And then I saw at the bottom of the deck, we have this Six of Wands. So there's a triumph here. There's fighting. Then the Hermit with the Ace of Pentacles. We are looking at the money. This Hermit is examining. This Ace of Pentacles is a huge amount of money. And so, yeah, we're looking at a battle. Yeah, I mean, I think we have triumph the thing I had asked about were the indictments. We have triumph, we have fighting. There's going to be more fighting. Was this a fair thing? Should they be going after? I mean, yeah, whatever. We're examining the money here, and that's what this is about. And yeah, the Seven of Wands, it's sort of like coming after, we're coming after your business or your involvement, because we've seen some funny money things, and we have missing documents. Where are they? I think that that's still going to be an issue. And there was something else that I was feeling in this last night. I guess it was just the two elements, that there are still missing documents. Oh, yeah, I know what the other thing. And that there is some corrupt money payments that need to be explained. They're going to try to craft an argument, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, right. And another thing I get from this Knight of Pentacles, I think it's possible that they're going to put like a freeze on something And I was thinking about this, like, if it turns out that he's guilty of selling documents for entertainment purposes only, this is just my theory, and I'm reading and the intuition I get from the cards and all that, I think there's a chance they're going to put a freeze on some of his finances. And and the interesting outcome of this could be, like, something that like occurs to me now is that money, if he made money from United States government documents, that money comes back to the United States. That would be an incredible moment of justice that I'd really like to see. And in fact, while we're here, why don't we read? Let's throw some cards. And I do want to do another video. I want to sort of go over a sort of a review of some of the readings I did that I have seen play out, I believe, and are continuing to play out. And then there's also a video I want to do on like a healing technique that I've discovered for myself that I really should have. Oh, look at this. I was going to say that I really should have shared sooner. I don't know. Better late than never, right? I don't even remember what I was going to read on just now. When my brain is in like reading mode, it's hard to like be grounded into like what we're doing here. Right. It was about, I was going to read on the money, the pentacles, the money. Oh man, he's going to try to say that they just charitably gave money to him and his family. That's what he's going to try to pull. If there's money that was made on United States documents, he's going to say, well, that's not what it was for. Okay. Money just pouring onto him. Okay. So what's going to happen to the money? There's more money. 8 of Pentacles. Right, that's crafting the argument, though. This is a pentacle that shows craftsmanship. Very interesting. I feel like there's also something about, like foreign money turning to American money. Like there's got to be I don't know how that works. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. 3 of Wands up here. Yeah, overseas, that 3 of Wands is like waiting for your ship to come in. Oops. Yeah, this just feels like they're still like, they're not quite, there might be more than one payment that came into Trump. I think there's 3. So they're looking at 3. They're looking at 3 different payments or 3 different countries, and they want to understand some payments. And this is an 8 of Wands that flew out. It's upside down. Now, 8 of Wands upright. This is a lot coming at someone very fast. Upside down. Okay, yeah. It's like hidden. It's like, I think a lot came at, if we're talking about money, different accounts. It's like I'm seeing like this random account here, random account, and this is things coming into these accounts. It's upside down. It's like sort of like been hidden. Okay, here's that triumph again, that 6 of Wands. What's beneath the surface? Wow, things are flying. This 4 of Cups. That's like not wanting to accept something. It's such a funny thing. I'm like reading on money. What's going to happen to money? And what I get so far is that they're looking at it. It's like there might be like a hard pill to swallow in this. But for who? It's an offer too. An offer that someone does not want. I wonder if Trump's trying to make an offer. Watching back, this 4 of Cups is making me think of a pouty Trump. I feel like because he didn't like what people were offering him, and for these docs, let's say, he drove a hard bargain. He whined, he complained. I feel like that's why they know about it. Something about his behavior in making these deals with these, whatever he did with those documents, his own petulance is what they have to go on to prove that he did this. What's going to happen to the money? If there's money, what's going to happen to the money? And I assume there is money because even before I started doing the reading, that Six of Pentacles came out, as if to say, yeah, there's money. There's money that came in. There's that Ace of Wands again in the same place. Like, there's a judgment. Oh, I hope that you guys can see my cards. A judgment. Okay, so that's like probably the judgment they got to be able to look to subpoena the financials. So that's there. Wow. I just feel like this is going to be so intense. It's going to be so major. And as much as like some people want to ignore politics, or they think like, oh, both sides, everyone's crazy. It's like, pay attention. The devil, there it is. Controlled by another. Greed, avarice. And there's someone else like pulling the strings. I don't even think Trump is like the one pulling the strings. He's pulling some strings, but it's like he's owned, like Trump's owned. And that's the problem. Yeah, you really just, sorry you can't be president. Again, being owned. Hopes and fears. There's a lot of burdens. I hope that the money comes back to America at the very least. Wow. There's that Four of Swords again, you guys. Oh my God. Remember what I got for that? The burial spot. Oh my gosh, is that really gonna come up? That will be wild. Oh my gosh. That's why the money is missing, because I think maybe the money's in there. I don't know, is that possible? Because I'm like, wait, this reading is about, I think he might have like, he might have hidden like financials in there. Like, if it's not the secret documents that are hidden in there, I think it's the financials. Crazy. It's just too on the nose that he would do something so awful. And just, okay, so 10 of Wands. So what's that hopes and fears, the burdens? I mean, I guess it's a good problem to have if that money does come back to America, but it's a little bit, but it's a lot for the country to have to carry. I really think it is, even though it's cathartic for the truth to come out, as it always is. That's going to be a burden to carry, that this ever was allowed to happen. So another thing I get from this 10 of Wands card is burden of truth, which is what a prosecution would be faced with in trying to convict Trump of a lot of this. And it's how Trump gets away with so many things, like colluding with the Russians to win the 2016 election. In my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, it's hard to prove that a deal was made, even if a lot of circumstances point to it. And if the money is hidden, it's like having a murder case without a weapon. If you can't find the money or the proof of deals made, it's a burden to prove what happened. And that's here in hopes and fears, which makes sense. They hope they have it. And another burden would be if they wanted to search underground, like we're talking about, that would be a major burden to try to get something like that to happen. I don't think anybody wants to do that. So that's a burden that I think is there. There's that Three of Pentacles again, the plan. And the 3 again, yeah. I think that, perhaps the 3 investigations working together. And there's that Knight of Swords. There's that Jack Smith. He's coming full force ahead. Wow. Well, we will see how that plays out. 4 of Wands. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's just bringing us to Mar-a-Lago. Man. And this Nine of Pentacles, it's like, this always takes me to a very well-off retired woman. And when I think of that, I think of Ivanka. Wow, watching back, I realized I said Ivanka when I meant Ivana, which is extra interesting because I was thinking maybe that Nine of Pentacles was Ivanka, the daughter, and I came back to listen to that part, to add a voice note to say so, and I realized now I actually even said Ivanka. So yes, I think she's here in the reading, and she's upright, which tells me she probably has helped the case for entertainment purposes only. And I know if it was me, I would turn on him just for the way he disrespected her mother's memory, especially if it's true that he took advantage of a situation to help himself in such a corrupt way. It's just disgusting if true. But even if it's not about that, I think she would do whatever it would take to save herself and her own family. And then Page of Pentacles. And then more. Oh my God, more of this money, money, money. Page of Pentacles, a gift of money, the financials, holding it close, hiding it. Four of Pentacles is holding your money close. I will be very curious to find out if that's where this goes. So we will see. It's so fun to touch base with you guys again and get back into doing a video. I hope that I will start to do it a little more regularly, maybe at least once a week. So I hope you're all doing well, and thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, and we'll see how things play out, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.